What'd you say? You love going fast? Yeah. We're not going fast.
I'm taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the new song.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back again to Brailsford Rides. I'm Matt again here with another Boss 302 episode. Finally gonna get the Boss 302 back up and running, ready on the channel, get it 100%. As you guys know, my Mishimoto radiator sprung a leak. Pretty sure it was a failure in the weld. And so I reached out to Mishimoto, used their lifetime warranty program. I didn't know how easy it was gonna be. I read pretty good reviews about it, and they hooked this up. This got sent out to my house. I had to pay a shipping fee of $30, but you know, compared to the cost of a brand new radiator, you can't beat it. So I bought a Boss 302 radiator from American Muscle that was completely destroyed, and they didn't have any more in stock, so that's why I went with Mishimoto. And but I could have got a Boss 302 radiator from another website, but it would have been another $200 on top of what I paid from American Muscle, so I think it was going to come out to be like $800, something crazy. So I went with Mishimoto, but now I'm going through the trouble of fixing it, so you can kind of decide for yourself whether or not dealing with the warranty potentially is worth it. You know, it's kind of a coin flip whether or not you get a good one or a bad one based on what I've read. But we're going to cut this thing open, see what it looks like. And then the other thing we're going to talk about is Ford switching their coolant. So you may not know, but Ford does not recommend using their orange coolant, Motorcraft Orange anymore. They've since come out with a replacement, and they recommend you to use the yellow yellow antifreeze, basically, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to drain the system, swap out the radiator, flush the system the rest of the way, and we'll get it out of there. Basically what they're saying is that the orange coolant is starting to clog some passages in either like the thermostat or the heater core, and that's no good. We do live somewhere where it does get cold enough there. I do like using my heater, so we're gonna take care of that, knock that out right now. If you haven't done it already on your Ford and you're still running Motorcraft Orange, highly recommend you go ahead and switch to the yellow, save yourself some trouble down the line. But we're gonna go ahead and get this thing knocked out. I've already got the lower radiator cover popped off. We're gonna pop off this upper one and start unbolting things, and yeah, I'll start taking this thing apart. Actually, first though, let's check. Let's see what our new radiator looks like. As you guys can see, it's packaged in there really well. It had a foam cushion on both ends that holds its dead center in here, and I don't see any imperfections in it. So yeah, this looks good to go. And make sure when you guys get it, you got that serial number on there, because if you do ever need to swap it out with Mishimoto, you're gonna need to know that number, all right?
My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself.
Alright guys, next thing we're gonna do is take off the intake. And we're gonna be extra careful with this, especially this Parnelli Jones carbon fiber intake. These things are rare, hard to find. We don't want to damage it, so we're gonna take it off and we're gonna set it aside.
Just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to keep.
Definitely, guys, make sure you do disconnect your mass airflow sensor. Almost ripped it off the car. All right, before we unbolt anything else, we're just gonna go ahead and drain the coolant. So. Usually pretty messy. I think I'm gonna get a drip pan down here just for this, and we'll see what we can contain. Every time I always make a mess on my floor. This is legitimately like the easiest this has ever gone out, like least mess possible. But I'm gonna go ahead and jack out the back and see if I can get a little more drain out before we start doing this. There's going to be two 10mm bolts at the bottom of the radiator connecting it to the condenser. You have to do those from underneath, and then you're going to unbolt the coolant reservoir. It's going to be an extra two 10mm bolts, and you're going to disconnect the line, the upper line from the radiator, and we're about to zip tie it out of the way up here. Harbor Freight zip ties, guys, you gotta love them. We daisy chained the reservoir out of the way. What is that? I don't know what this is. It looks like dirt buildup or something. Ashy.
Any place that I go, I know you hate that. I've been doing fine. I'm I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the
Told you guys about this headlamp.
Can I say hi?
It's very valuable. Say hi.
Hi.
Max is here helping me real quick. All right, so we got the radiator off with the fan attached. We're gonna go ahead and unbolt it, bolt it up to the new one. While I have everything off,
Can
I'm gonna wipe down everything that I can. I'm very interested to see if we can see the exact spot the leak started on here.
I'm gonna love it.
I'm not seeing any signs of failure anywhere else or where it could have been from. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off in the inside, guys, real fast, and then I'm gonna get the new radiator out, buttoned up to the fan, drop it back in. I think we found the source of the leak. If you look right here, it's very chalky. And it runs all the way down the side and it comes back in. Pretty sure the leak originated up here somewhere.
Oh boy.
Trying to see if there was a piece of damage or something, or if it's just a fail in the welds.
Oh my boy.
Here it comes.
I
Maddox is excited about the radiator.
colored it.
Oh, it's the same as the old one. It's aluminum. You know, the welds always look pretty, honestly, but
Project Wave. Right there. And blue box wheel too. Okay.
definitely appreciate them.
I like the way they're either.
Quick turnaround.
I love it. I love the way they're.
I might have just dinged some of the fins on accident.
Are you done yet? Oh no, it's gonna die.
Fan button back up on the new radiator. We're lowered in. Let's go ahead and remove these caps.
I love the way.
And once we get it all buttoned all in there
I love the way.
and button back up, we're gonna flush the system real quick. We're trying to get this in.
Oh yeah. Woo! Hey, I forgot to put the coolant on. I done yet?
So we got the car all buttoned up, and now we're gonna lower it down so we can add some coolant or add some distilled water. All right, guys. So I really apologize. My 4-year-old walked off with the camera, and I just now found it. But we swapped out the radiator, got that in. I was having some minor leaking for water when I was doing the flush right here, but the hose was kind of kinked, so I adjusted it, and it's not leaked since. We just flushed the system, and now I've got the new yellow coolant in. So like I said, guys, if you're running that Motorcraft Orange, make sure you switch to yellow when you have it ready to go for your car. Prevent the corrosion inside the heater core and the thermostat housing.
Why?
The boss is back. We're gonna take it for a quick spin. Man, it feels so good to finally be able to do that again. Sorry guys, I got the windows down so you guys can hear it better. This is the most I've ever paid for gas for this car. It hurts. Man, I remember the good old days. This is the most I've ever paid for gas for this car because it's been sitting so long.
Bad.
Say? You love going fast?
Yeah.
We're not going fast. Nah. We're not going fast, guys. Don't let them fool you. We're doing speed limit. We're getting passed by Kias. well, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. We got the new radiator installed on the Boss. Mishimoto holds up to their lifetime warranty, so I do recommend them as a company. Very stand-up of them to get me that out real quick. Got it on the car, no issues, except for Maddox stole my camera, so we didn't get to show you all of it. Sorry about that, guys. But I'm excited to get some more Boss 302 content on the channel. Just kind of been busy, so I apologize for lack of content there. Do have some stuff coming up, personal-wise. We're doing some schoolwork and stuff like that, and I still work in the Navy, so bear with me, but I'm going to put out the content I can when I can, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So to not miss out, make sure you click that like button down below if you're interested. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on Brailsford Rides. Want to say bye?
Bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
Hit it.
What's that go?
Today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a good day.
I want the radiator.
Today's gonna be a good day.
I love it.
Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day.
I want the radiator.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal, you control, and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration, and if